this morning. Haki, Kweli, Shakur. He is one of us. He is our blood. And of course, he is joining me all the way from the Virginia, United States of America. Let us get him, of course. He has a very important things to tell us this morning. And we cannot wait to hear from him this morning. All right, let's see. Right, thank you very much. Of course, if you are joining us right now, it is Radio Biafra Middle East, and of course, hanging with me here on the studio, or rather, online is our brother. We are the same blood, the same family, Haki, Kweli, Shakur, and he's here just to clear up issues surrounding the Black Friday origin, because I saw a lot of viral posts going around, connecting Black Friday with slave trade, and of course, with somebody who knows more about it, and of course, he knows a bit of history or more. And he's here to clear that up, and I'm glad he has done so. It is Radio Biafra Middle East. All right, before we go to the next point, do you have a Biafra name, Haki?
No, I do not. I don't have a Biafra name.
Okay, can I give you one? Can I give you one? Do you mind?
Oh, most definitely. Think about that.
All right, Biafrans. From today, his name is Ikechukwu. Can you say that? Ikechukwu.
Ikechukwu.
There you go. That's my name. It means God's power. So we're sharing the name now, and that is your name. And I'm going to post it on your Facebook site. His name is Haki, Kweli, Ikechukwu, Shakur.
I like that.
There we go. It is sealed and signed. All right, let's go to the big one. Census 2020. What is the whole thing about the census? Because I read also on your wall, you were talking, something about the census. I couldn't understand what is it all about. So, this is Radio Biafra. We try to get our information right. We try to get it straight. And we try to, let our people understand, because we don't like people bringing in information that is not true or, that is not correct. So we like hearing from the horse's mouths. What is happening with this whole census issue? And what has it got to do, with you, with Biafrans, and all the stuff? Please take us through.
Okay. And I'm definitely glad that you wanted me to come on here and talk about that, because over the last couple of days, I've been noticing on social media how, a lot of people have been, I don't really want to say they're putting out misinformation. They're just going off about what they hear and what they see about the United States Census. Let me just state this for the record. The United States Census is a questionnaire form, and this questionnaire form has been taking place, I do believe, over the last 40 to 50 years in the United States of America. And what that census form is a set of basic questions that the United States government asks U.S. residents. Sometimes they come to your house, they'll send workers to your house to ask you the questions in person. Sometimes, they'll send you a letter, and in the more modern day times, which will be taking place in 2020, you can do it online. I think this would be the first time that we do the questionnaire of the U.S. Census online. It's just a basic set of questions. I do believe it's 10 questions or more on this U.S. Census form. And it's basically a form for them to collect data and statistics about U.S. residents here in United States of America. And one of those basic, a couple of those basic questions on there is, it all revolves around the economy and the citizenship of people who live here in America who's supposed to be quote unquote United States citizens. And one of the basic questions on that questionnaire that they've been asking over the last 40 to 50 years is, what is your nationality? What is your race? What is your ethnicity? Things of that nature. And at first, for over the 40, 50 years, the only thing that they will ask you on this U.S. Census this U.S. Census form is that, what is your nationality? That is the basic thing, the only thing that they used to put on the U.S. Census. But 2020, come to find out, to clear it up for everybody, is that 2020, they would now add on the U.S. Census, what is your race? What is your ethnic group? What is your origin? That part of the news for 2020 is facts. To all my Biafra peoples, that is facts.
Wow.
They will be adding race, ethnicity, and origin on the form, which is a great thing. It's great.
Absolutely.
We should be very excited about that. But the only thing that I really want to clear up about that is that it all came from this video. I guess you probably seen it too by now, Mazi. The little video audio clip that got put out. And so, when I heard it, somebody sent it to me on Twitter. And, I was excited when I heard it. You know what I'm saying? It mentioned me and this other sister. And I really don't know the sister. I don't even know if she's real or not. She
is real. She will be coming up on after you. Her name is Erewa. She is real.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm glad you cleared that up because I didn't know if she, I didn't know if she was real or not because I never met her. So I'm gonna definitely tune into that. So let me just clear this up for the record. Is the fact that the only thing that I seen online that I kind of seen that people was kind of spreading misinformation about is that the census took place already.
Yes, that was my confusion too. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me clear the record on that for y'all Biafrans. The U.S. Census has not taken place yet. The United States Census takes place in the spring, April 1st, 2020. This is when they will start to begin to go, mail out the forms. They will visit your residence, things of that nature. And you can also do it online, just to clear it up for the record, because I've seen a lot of Biafrans and I've seen a lot of even African Americans online thinking that the U.S. Census has already started. Now, let me say this for the record. Now, I'm not saying that the U.S. Census workers, because there are people who work for the U.S. Census who do go door to door. Now, they probably did go door to door, and it's a thing that they do. It's like prepping. They probably was prepping for the U.S. Census and taking down data to prepare for the U.S. Census in 2020. Now, the sister who stated that she got visited by the workers, they probably was prepping her for the U.S. Census and probably was just doing a test run. I'm not saying that, it didn't take place, but it probably was like a test run because that's what they do with the U.S. Census. They will go door to door, and it varies in different states here in America. So some people will get a visit early in 2019, where at the end of 2019, just to get a quick feedback early. So she probably did get a visit from those workers. Well, she did get a visit from the workers. And let me just state this for the record, Biafrans. Yes. Now, the United States did not set. I didn't read nothing about it, or I didn't, because I did my research. Because I've seen a lot of people putting this misinformation out there, also stating that the United States of America has now recognized Biafra as a nation state.
Absolutely.
Now, let me clear that up. Let me clear that up. Absolutely. That's very exciting. That's great news for people, for people to be spreading.
Yeah.
But I'm here to clear the record to all my Biafrans. No, that doesn't mean that the United States of America recognized Biafra as a nation. What the good thing that you should be understanding, my great Biafran brothers and sisters, who outside the United States and who live in the United States, yes, this is facts here. Yes, you will be able, and Black Americans will be able to identify with being Biafran on the form. We can write it in now. So that's something that we can do. That we can put Biafran,
absolutely,
or whatever.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Just 1 second. Absolutely, that is my joy. The opportunity for Biafrans living in America to be able to express themselves and say, "We are Biafran." That is our originality. And also, African Americans who knows their origin can say, I am a Biafran too. Do you understand? They don't have to, write you as African American or whatever they might use to classify you. But they will classify you as what? Who you exactly are. I mean, that is exciting news. Please go ahead.
Yes, that's like the biggest news coming out of the United States of America right now surrounding U.S. Census is that we can now state our origin. That's something that we was looking forward to for decades in the last couple of years because a lot of African Americans, all we did was used to put on the form is like just Black. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that we shouldn't, we're proud to be Black, but that's not your origin.
Absolutely.
That's not your ethnicity. That's just something that describes you. It's a color. Now, and this is the most exciting thing about it, even for Black Americans, is that now that you can write your origin and we know a lot of African Americans might not know their origin, or we might be mixed up of a lot of origins due to the slave trade and the horrific loss of our identity throughout time. But guess what now, Black Americans, and even, let's clear this up too, even our brothers and sisters who came here, who are now U.S. residents, do collect that data. They do pay attention to that data. They do pay attention to the statistics of that data on that form. So, for the record, now if we can organize and strategize and tell all our brothers and sisters who live here now and who's from Igbo land, who's from Biafra land, and the Black Americans who do identify with the Igbo ethnicity and Biafra nationality, that now we can go out 2020 before the census start. We can tell all our brothers and sisters, please put in Biafra on the form. Please put West Africa on the form. Please put Igbo origin on the form. Now, by us doing that in mass numbers, because this is why they collected data in the first place, to see the numbers, is that once they start seeing Biafran, oh yes, I'm Biafran origin, I'm West African origin, I'm from Biafra, I'm from Igbo land. Now that will get the attention of the United States of America.
Absolutely. Just a second, Haki, I want to come in here. Now that's what I'm about to say. Listen to this. When you enter so much Biafran on the census form, do you know what's going to happen? It's going to change the whole system of America. The home office, their system will change because they have to accommodate each ethnicity that is in the form.
Right.
Do you understand?
Right.
And they can no longer ignore. I mean, if you go to a bank, for instance, because they all feed from those documents from the home office. If you go to a bank, you will see a form asking you your nationality. You will see probably, are you a Biafran? Are you married? You know, all those information probably will be there. Automatic. That's how it works. So I think what you're saying is very important. We need to advertise that. We need to campaign for that, especially for our people living in America to enter their real origin, Biafra, or, you know, wherever you are from. It's very, very important. Please go ahead.
Yes, right. Yes. I'm urging all, you know, Biafrans, Igbo people, Black Americans, New Africans. I'm telling you right now, please participate in the U.S. Census this year, because you will be helping yourself out, especially for us New Africans, misnomer African Americans. This is very important to us because now we can start to feel proud about ourselves. We can put on the form for a fact that we know where we come from, because for so many years a lot of us did not know where we come from. So now we can put that on there, and now we can add that to our, you know, our ancestry and to our identity. Now we can be proud of our identity, and at the same time, guess what, brothers and sisters, Black Americans, you will be helping a struggle across seas and helping our brothers and sisters bring attention to their plight, their struggle for freedom, liberation, sovereignty, nationhood, by just simply typing in that origin. Identify with where you come from. Put Biafran, West Africa on the form if you do identify with being Igbo or Biafran. Please put it on the form, because this will bring attention to the plight of Biafrans. Trust me. And it's definitely going to bring attention to our plight as Black Americans, New Africans here in America, to our struggle also. And now we will have our origin back in our struggle. And they will know for sure that everything that we're going through is for real now, because now the United States will see, once you put that on that form, that, oh, these people come from a nation.
Absolutely.
They come from an origin. They come from a powerful origin and nation, and we can start to get a lot of things accomplished as far as the Black American struggle, also pertaining to slavery. That's another reason why I want Black Americans to put Biafran, Igbo origin on the U.S. Census, because now that will help us out in the struggle to get our things accomplished here as far as reparations, you know, and everything pertaining to slavery. See, now everything will start to come together. Our people will start to come together. So please, if you please, in 2020, April, springtime, please fill out that form.
All right, if you are listening to me once again, it is Radio Biafra Middle East. In case you're wondering who is with me here live on air, of course it is Haki, Kweli, Ikechukwu, Shakur. Don't forget that. All right, so we are talking a lot of things here. We talked about the origin of Black Friday, and he has to clarify that it has nothing to do with the selling of slavery in the olden days. And of course, now we know. And also, we talked about the census. We have to correct some, misinformation making rounds. The census has not yet happened. It will happen 2020. All we are saying is this. Now, everybody in America, citizens have the right to state where they come from, to tell them that they are Biafrans, and it will be on that form. Now, this is being recognized by default. You don't need to push, you don't need to lobby for the government to recognize the name Biafra, because it will be right there in their face and they cannot ignore it. So we need to campaign for this. We need to mobilize our people in America who are citizens, of course, to enter their real origin. If you're a Biafran, just enter Biafra. All right, we must continue. Haki, before I let you go, as you know, I don't know if you know about this, but Biafrans are really in pain at the moment. There's a lot of carnage going on in our land. You know, we are being exterminated systematically. People don't understand. The reason why they labeled IPOB a terrorist organization is so that they can have the impetus to kill us at will whenever they feel like it. And that is exactly what they're carrying out at the moment. Our people are devastated because they went to, our lawyer, Barrister Ejiofor, and of course they killed people there, and of course they burnt all the houses in. Where have you seen the police and the army burning people's houses? Only in the zoo. So do you have any word for our people, because we are really going through a lot at the moment?
Someone in that attack on that dear lawyer's house and the people in that surrounding area that was attacked by the police and the Nigerian army just keep fighting, Biafra brothers and sisters. Keep fighting, and like I'm always telling y'all, when y'all see me online, trust me, we are paying attention to these things, and we're definitely spreading that information here in the United States of America about what they're doing to our brothers and sisters over there. And it's sad, and it's something that I'm always trying to show to our brothers and sisters even here in America, is that it's the same thing going on over there is going on here. The police are genociding our people here in North America every day, 365, 24/7, days out the week. So I just want to say to Biafran brothers and sisters, yes, we are freedom fighters. We're freedom fighting people. We will always be freedom fighting people. And don't let that discourage your struggle. Do not let that get you down, because we got to understand, when it comes to our freedom and our sovereignty and our liberation for our people, no matter where we at, is that we're going to have casualties. And we know the enemy is going to attack us. They're going to attack at will. They're going to kill the innocent. They're going to kill people just because that's the nature of their evilness. That's the nature of their beast. But just remember that we are righteous people. We are freedom fighters. And that those ancestors or those brothers and sisters who do get killed, they become ancestors, and they will continue to walk with us in the struggle, because we are spiritual people. Do not get discouraged by the Nigerian police and the Nigerian army, because we know and we must expect that we will be attacked. You will be attacked and you will be criminalized. This is the same thing that they do to the movements, the black liberation movements here in America for decades, is that they will criminalize your movement. They will criminalize the people who are seeking freedom, independence. It's our duty as freedom fighters to not let them control the narrative of our freedom. Please do not let them control the narrative of your freedom, because it's your freedom that you're fighting for. And we know that it's a righteous fight. So continue to keep up that righteous fight, because we know that we're righteous people. We're God's people. You know what I'm saying? We are guided by the ancestors. So never get discouraged when we lose our brothers and sisters in the struggle, in the fight, because that's a part of the fight. We're going to lose our brothers and sisters on the way. We're going to lose innocent people on the way. But guess what? Those people will become ancestors from the spiritual land. They will continue to walk with us. They will guide us. And we will reach the promised land of freedom, nationhood, sovereignty. It's coming. It's right over the hill. Do not stop. This is like the great brother Nipsey Hussle said, this is a marathon. This is not a sprint. The struggle is not a sprint. The struggle is protracted. It's a protracted struggle. It's long. It's drawn out. We will lose people along the way. But guess what? They become a part of us. They become a part of the fight, and we will continue, and Nigeria will fall.
You see? Thank you very much, my brother. And of course, that was Haki Kweli Shakur, of course, doing what he knows how to do best. He's dedicated his life for the struggle, and he is struggling for the new African. How do you say it again, Haki?
Yeah, the provisional government of the Republic of New Africa. And if you don't know who the Republic of New Africa is, or the provisional government of the Republic of New Africa is, we do have a Facebook for our government. All you have to do, put in the Facebook search engine, Provisional Government of the Republic of New Africa, or just go to Google and put in Republic of New Africa, the black nation here inside the United States of America that's fighting for land, independence, scientific socialism, and you will see our chronology of our struggle, the chronology of this nation, the chronology of this struggle, which is in fact an identical struggle to the Biafran struggle. You will see a lot of identities all the way from the flag to the struggle, the year of origin of this nation. You will see that also online. Its information is not hidden. And before I get off here, let me just state for the record, the great General Ikechukwu, he did recognize and knew what the Republic of New Africa was. He knew what it was. He knew the people from the Republic of New Africa. He knew the Black Panther Party. He knew of the Black liberation struggle in America. And he also mentioned it a couple of times in one of his speeches about the Black nation in the Western Hemisphere.
Wow. And let me tell you this, of course, before I let you go finally. I think, your struggle is positioned well. Why do I say that? Because of where you found yourself in at the moment. Of course, it is a place whereby when you people are ready to ask for a referendum, nobody will say no. It will definitely happen. It's quite different, from where we are today in the damnation. My goodness me, this is a place no human being should pray to be. Nigeria at the moment. But you see, we are doing it.
Right.
We are fighting and we'll come out of it strong. There are a lot of strong African nations rising up. And Biafra got to rise. Biafra got to rise in order for Africa to take its place back again in the whole world stage. All right, Haki, thank you very much, my brother, Ikechukwu.
Thanks. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for having me on, my great brother. We will talk again. So
take care. Bye. All right.